Have you ever had that feeling? Where you have these amazing ideas in your head, but when you switch to business English, something just gets lost in translation. Well, if that sounds familiar, you're definitely in the right place. Today, we're going to talk about how to turn that hesitation into real confidence in action.
We've all been there, right? You log into the video call, you're a couple of minutes early, and there they are, your international colleagues, just staring back at you. And then, nothing. Just that awkward silence. You could feel the clock ticking, the pressure building. What on earth do you say? Well, that exact moment, the one we all kind of dread, that's where we're going to start. So here's the absolute core of what we're talking about today. It's this shift from what feels natural to say in your own language to what sounds truly professional in a global setting. Take a look here. I am with doubt is a perfect literal translation, and people will understand you. But it sounds a little clunky, doesn't it? Now compare that to, could I just clarify one thing? Wow, see the difference? It's polished, it's confident, and it puts you in the driver's seat. That is the level up we're going for.
But you might be wondering, why does this little detail, this nuance, matter so much? Well, here's why. In business, your language is so much more than just words. It's your #1 tool for building trust, for showing you're credible, and for forging real relationships. Awkward phrasing can accidentally create distance, but the right language, that builds bridges. I think this quote just says it all. It's not wrong, but it's not professional. Look, we're not here to pick apart your grammar. Your English is probably great. This is about adding that professional polish, that final layer that makes sure your brilliant ideas land with the impact they deserve. So yeah, let's level it up.
Okay, so how do we actually do this? Well, we start at the very beginning, those first 5 minutes of a meeting. Instead of dreading that pre-meeting silence, we're going to own it. We're going to master it with something that seems simple but is incredibly powerful. Small talk. And trust me, this isn't just about killing time. It's a strategic warm-up.
And to make this super easy to remember, we're going to use a simple little framework, the 3 wubbies of small talk. That's it. The weather, the weekend, and the workload. These are your 3 safest, most effective topics to get a good conversation going every single time.
So let's break down why this works so well. Asking about the weather in their city is a safe bet, sure, but it also shows you're paying attention to them specifically. Asking about the weekend, well, that's how you connect as human beings, not just as colleagues. And my personal favorite, how has your week been so far? It's just so much better than the generic, how are you? It's a real question that builds real rapport.
All right, warm-up is complete. You've used the 3 W's, you've built a little rapport, and everyone's feeling comfortable. Now, it's game time. Let's get into the main event, how to confidently jump in and drive the conversation during the actual meeting.
You know that feeling when you have a great idea, but you don't know how to break into the conversation? These phrases right here are your secret weapon. The magic is in the softening words. Sorry to jump in, but, or if I may, they show respect, but they still let you take the floor and make your point. It's perfect.
Now this is so important. Let's be clear. Asking for clarification is a sign of strength, not weakness. It shows you're paying close attention and you care about getting things right. Saying something like, I'm not sure I follow, puts you back in control. And using, if I understand correctly, is such a power move. It confirms the information and shows you are a fantastic listener.
And now for the really tricky one, disagreeing with someone. Just saying I don't agree can stop a conversation in its tracks. It can feel like a confrontation. But look at these diplomatic options. When you start with, I see where you're coming from, but you're telling them you've heard them. You validate their point before you introduce your own. This isn't about being passive, it's about being strategic. You're opening a discussion, not starting a fight.
And this really gets to the heart of it. Everything we're talking about, it's not just about being polite or having good manners. In international business, this is strategy, pure and simple. It demonstrates cultural awareness and emotional intelligence, and it lets you influence people way more effectively than just being blunt ever could.
Okay, so you're in the meeting, you're navigating it like a pro. And then, bam, life throws you a curveball. Maybe it's a tech problem. Maybe it's a confusing phrase. These things can knock you off your game, but not if you're prepared.
First up, tech issues. Let's be honest, they happen all the time, to everyone from the intern to the CEO. The key is to just handle it without panicking. Have these simple, universal phrases in your back pocket, saying, your audio is cutting out is totally normal, it's clear, and it keeps things moving smoothly.
Now for that other big challenge, idioms. When someone says, let's circle back or touch base. Here's the key insight. The reason they're so tricky isn't because the words are hard, it's because the meaning is indirect, it's hidden. Just realizing that is the first step to figuring them out.
So, when we start to put all these pieces together, the confident small talk, the diplomatic phrasing, calmly handling curveballs, we get to the final part of this transformation. We stop just speaking English, and we start speaking with something called soft power.
So what is soft power? It's exactly this. It's the ability to get things done and achieve your goals, not by being forceful, but through persuasion and building great relationships. And all of that sharp, concise diplomatic language we've been practicing today, that is soft power in the business world. It's how true leaders communicate.
So let's quickly recap the big takeaways. We've talked about how to go from feeling a bit clunky to feeling truly confident. We've established that your language is a powerful tool for building relationships. We've learned that politeness isn't weakness, it's a smart professional strategy. And maybe most importantly, we've seen how just a little bit of preparation can turn anxiety into confident action.
And now, the action is all yours. Looking back at everything we've covered, I have one simple question for you. What is the one new phrase you are going to commit to using this week? Just pick one. Make it your mission to use it. That will be your first real step. Thanks so much for joining me.